Oh,
Whenever you're ready.
are you ready?
I think so.
Okay. Welcome to The Voice and Reason. I'm the voice.
Hello, and that makes me the reason, right?
No, not really, but we're going to let her think that.
Every time. Every single time!
Because she has no reason. Have y'all yet to find any reason with reason?
Absolutely.
Really? What reason?
I am the level-headed half of this coexistence.
So,
Madame, and you are the fiery personality of the bunch.
you know, personality doesn't matter.
In all actuality, it does. However, when you intimidate someone else, then it becomes a non-factor to them.
Oh, so maybe you shouldn't intimidate people with your personality? Is that what you're saying?
However, how are we going to topic this? Because that is a good subject.
We could just talk about it. We're running with it. Let's run with it.
We could.
Not letting your personality or letting your personality intimidate somebody else, because the weaker half is going to be intimidated.
And honestly, I think that intimidation is only on one person, and that's the onlooker, because they are insecure of themselves. So they look at you and see something that they would like to have because they don't.
A voice.
And, you know, they envy that.
Sense.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I think it is. I mean, because your confidence is just that. Confidence
is a... They don't have confidence.
Not at all.
Self-esteem issues. That, you know, it's not my fault that people don't have personalities. Like, go stand in the water, get wet with personality, whatever you need to do. But don't knock me for mad, because I love me just how I am, and you don't have to. At the end of the day, you don't, because I live with me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So,
I mean, that is true.
It is true. But nobody else gotta like your personality but you.
They don't.
Because when you in the dark, when you get lonely, who you gonna talk to? Your damn self. And you need to be in touch with your personality when you have to talk to your dad. You have to love every bit of you. Amongst the people by yourself, you have to love your personality. You have to love yourself. It doesn't matter what nobody else have to say about you, as long as you're okay with you.
That is so true. See? That is very, very, very true.
That's why I be winning.
Oh my gosh. But the truth of the matter is that this is a made-up statistic, I would say, that 79 to 80% of people are easily intimidated. And that's where envy, jealousy, and all that other stuff comes into play. And then you have the other, 15, 20% who are just fine being with themselves and they flourish. And they do what they have to do, and they're not worried about anybody else or what anybody else is doing. They're staying in their own lane.
And I think that's what people should do. You know, you should be really confident, like really, not faking it to make it, but truly confident with yourself from your head to your toe. Like, be about loving yourself. It's nothing wrong. Like, we all have flaws. Don't get me wrong. Like this bump in the middle of my forehead, these scars in between my eyebrows. They all flaws, but guess who love them? She do. Okay, because it's not going to stop me from doing me. So, honey, boo-boos, if you have a problem, take it, embrace it, love it. And if you can fix it and you want to fix it, fix it. But don't let nobody else tell you to fix it, because it doesn't matter what they think about you. It's what you think about yourself. Truly, I'm just being honest. It's about what you think about yourself. I mean, people talk about you regardless. You could be flawed out, flawless, and people still gonna talk about you.
Because that's their insecurity.
That's the nature of the beast, honey.
Mm-hmm. So what do you tell the person that is suffering with insecurity issues and confidence issues?
I first try to figure out what it is that they are lacking. Like, what is it about their self that they feel that they need? Mm-hmm. Whether it's, I'm not cute, I need makeup to be pretty. Or it's, my teeth are crooked, I back forth. Hey, I used to be a Leo too. But, or it's my body, I'm fat, I need to lose weight. What are you doing to try to lose weight? I mean, let's start with being real with yourself. Like, if you think you ugly, What about you is ugly? Don't tell me because he said, she say. What do you think about yourself as ugly? How do you feel that you're ugly to yourself? And if this is your nose, like I have the pig nose. Like I used to do this all the time when I was little. Don't. But I have a line. Because I had very bad sinuses. So at first I thought that was ugly, but then I started embracing it. It's an ugly little pig nose. But hey, it is me. It's all me. So when you have a problem, first you identify your problem. And then if you can't work on it, you work on accepting what it is. It is what it is. You don't have to know. And even if it was quote unquote perfect, you're still going to find somebody that doesn't like it. And you're going to find somebody that like it. So what you do is you embrace those people that like it, like you for who you are and what you got coming and going. And you take those people and you put them on your team and y'all build up mountains together. Don't sit there and lay low in the valley because somebody who don't like you and who's also insecure about their damn self don't like their damn self. You know what? I had a whole problem last summer about an insecure female always coming for me. And I wouldn't understand it because I was never talking to her. So now I understand confidence, bitch. Get your some.
She saw something in you and didn't know how to express what it was. And so that's what they do. That's what the trolls do these days. They get all the pleasure out of trying to bring somebody else down.
Kevin Hart said that recently on his page and on his Instagram, and he posted like 4 different people who called them the trolls and different images of trying to bring him down. He was trying to be positive. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, man, that's funny. But I mean, it was hard for me. I had confidence issues like up until about 2013 when I decided to confront my issues. Okay. And it wasn't like I decided to on my own. It was like an event that happened that I had to make a conscious decision to be like, hey, am I going to allow this to bother me further, or am I going to do something about it to change my own outcome to better myself? So I decided the latter. I try to do things to better me. And so with doing that, I coined it my confidence building journey. Yes. So on my confidence building journey, it was things that I did were indirectly helping me to become confident. So I just made a list of things that I wanted to do and started attacking that list. Hey, tried it, did it. Hey, that looks interesting. Let me do that too. Stuff that was outside of my comfort zone, just threw caution to the wind and decided that, hey, if I'm going to make a change, I'm going to have to do it on purpose and intentionally. And so for the past, that was 2013. Oh my gosh, it's 2018. Yeah. Jeez, it's been 5 years. Coming up on 5 years. Yes.
Pat yourself on the back.
I know, right? Yay, me.
Okay, stop.
Haters. Prime example. And then when it's your friends, though, that's what I'm talking about right there.
And you know I'm not hating. Like the last thing I'm gonna do is hate on you. You know I support you, boo bye.
But anyway, so for me, that's what I tell people. That's what I do. That's my line of work. That's what I am pushing so that I can help somebody else to come up out of their shell, build their confidence, and then come away with a person that they actually like, regardless of what anyone else says. Basically, living your life, living your truth, being who you are, and not caring what anybody else thinks.
So, most definitely not caring what other people's opinion is like boo-boo. Flush it down the toilet.
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
Seriously. I really don't, like, I know you're supposed to take heed to other people's opinion, but other people's opinion about who you are and what you got going on, that shit don't matter because they don't know you like you know you.
Exactly.
So don't take what they have to say about you to heart. You can choose to take the bits and pieces that you think apply to you that can help you better yourself as a person, and then the rest of it, flush it, throw it down, do whatever you need to do. Don't let that sit there and manifest in your life and you make your destiny based on what other people say. Don't let other people, don't do that, boo. Don't do that to yourself. And I'm sitting here trying to think of a point where other people's opinion mattered to me. And I don't think it ever did.
Well, you're one of the lucky ones.
Because
you are one of the strong-willed people in this world that, you know, were able to push past the voices of everybody else and not let it penetrate you within. So I wasn't so lucky. I succumbed to the BS.
You should have known me when you were a little bitty.
I mean,
little big girl. You should have known me when little big girl.
It might have helped. And I don't know. I think everything happens for a reason. So,
I do too. I agree.
You know,
and it made you a better person, a great person. Just think, without those tests and trials, you wouldn't be the pharmacist.
Yes. Oh, why Renee? Queen. Right? Working on the 3rd. Hey, we're going to see February 1st, right? But, I don't know. I think that it is, I think that even though we shouldn't, like, okay, people, we say that you shouldn't listen. It's easier said than done. Right. But I think that it's human nature to want to be accepted by other people. I mean, we're born into this world alone, but when you grow up, you know, we're taught to somewhat socialize, and then you go into communities and you have families, and even the problem is confidence, tearing down confidence, and that crab in the bucket mentality happens within your family first. So that's the first people that you come into contact with. So if you were lucky and fortunate enough to have a family that kind of built you up from within inside the home first, then when you go out into the world, you're strong enough to actually be like, no, my mama said, oh, no, my daddy said, oh, no, my grandma said, so I really don't care what you say. No, I'm this, that, and the other, because, I mean, I've seen it. Like, you know, that happens. And if you didn't have that structure, that foundation at home, it makes it a little bit more difficult for you to kind of have that tough skin when you leave outside of your immediate community. So, and then when if say you did have that support and then you go outside in your community, once you're at school age, you spend more time outside the home than you do in the home. So other people, other forces, other things have precedent over your life at that point. So if you're going to school in the morning, mom says, hey, I love you, but then you spend 8 to 10 hours at school with other people who may be telling you something else. I mean, at what point does mom's voice start to diminish because you don't have that much time with her? So it's that balance. It's the balance of powers. You have to have that balance. So, you know, I don't personally have kids, but I mean, I know the importance of spending time with your kids and imparting them that strong foundation.
That makes sense, but I was always a loner in my family. Like, ask my mom, I wanted to be away from everybody. I used to shut myself in a room by myself. So I don't recall that part of, you're great, you're awesome, you're beautiful.
I mean, maybe that's something that you told yourself.
Or maybe I read it in a book.
That's it. I mean, you had to have gotten it somewhere. But if you didn't get it from your outside people, then that was your own personal thing. Like, if you really just didn't, like I said, if you were that fortunate not to have a personality to where you just didn't care regardless. Or unless that's some things that you just haven't tapped into. Because we do tend to block out things too.
No, I've always had a personality. Now, I used to minimize my personality. And then one day I decided that, fuck it. Like, literally, fuck it. Because it's me. It's who I am. And that's who I'm going to be. And I accepted that I may not have many people that talk to me when I say some stuff. I may not have many people that like me when I get through talking some stuff. But fuck it. And that felt good. You know, it really felt good because I was suppressing myself to satisfy other people, even though my personality was still there. Mm-hmm. It was just at a very minimal. And I wasn't as vocal. Like, you ask some people, they didn't know I had a voice. So to be the voice now, it's like, oh, wow.
So you had your own little bout with confidence at a moment because You weren't secure enough to give everybody 100% of your personality.
No, I didn't. Well, maybe
you weren't comfortable. That's kind of what the dimming is. I mean, what they call it in the workforce department, they call it playing low ball, or dimming your light, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I've done that for a long time, and I still do, honestly, because I'm like, I know I can be a lot, and I'm at a point where if you can't provide your own sunlight, you're about to get blinded, because I understand that I have a greater purpose, and I'm not meant to be mediocre. I'm not meant to be basic, to be honest with you. I'm just not meant to be basic. And if that's you, I just can't. I cannot be basic, and not just, I'm not talking about physically basically or having things, but the way that I think and the things that I want to achieve more. And there's a quote out there, I'm gonna edit myself, but it's like, you can't do epic crap with basic people. So, I'm like, hey, I'm trying to be epic up in this place. Like, I got a lot in this brain of mine, and for the longest I never said anything about it, never did anything about it, and I'm like, all right, it's about that time. Like, what am I waiting on? Like, I could probably have been like a million trillionaire by now, but I sat on every single thing because other people couldn't handle what I was putting out. So now that it is my time to shine,
it's your time.
Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. I know, so I'm gonna let y'all in our personal business real quick. We at 16 minutes, but I'm gonna let y'all in our personal business real quick. So as friendships come, you should be surrounding yourself with people who are, fix your face, who are driven or doing whatever it is that you want to do. So you should be in friendships, relationships where you are going to grow. And I've been listening to all kinds of like TED Talks and like other speakers and just reading things. And I know you've heard this before, but it's like, if you want to know where your life is going,
look at the people around you.
Look at your 5 closest friends, and I'll tell you where your life is going. So, it's my mission to, if my friends want to do some things, if my friends want to go someplace, I'm going to help as much as I can. Like, because iron sharpens iron. We just had this conversation. Iron sharpens iron. So, we're probably about to insert some friction into our friendship because she don't want to move. Like, she's slow. Like, we had this whole conversation about her being the tortoise. And I'm like, listen, I'm a hare right now. I'm a hare right now. And I'm like blazing this thing. Like, I'm like, wow. And then I'm like, hey, wait. Yo. We talked about this. Where you at? And she like,
I'm coming. Don't do me.
But you know what? This is great stuff though. Like, people need to see that they're not alone. I mean, yeah, you got the tortoise and you got the hare. But I started off as, I don't think I was kind of like in tortoise mode, kind of, sort of. But then it's like, when you get that fire lit up under your butt and you find your purpose,
ooh,
and you're walking in your purpose, then, you kind of get that sense of urgency, and you understand that the things that you're doing right now is like mundane, and like, why are you doing it? Because you got so much potential to do something else. You know that your gifts and talents aren't being used the way that they should be used, and so you get bored. That's a whole different topic. But when you're bored, either you're going to do one of two things. You're going to do something that's good, that's going to push you ahead, or you're going to do some mediocre crap that's just going to keep you stagnant and get you in some trouble. That's it. One or two. In my book, that's what's going to happen. If it ain't success driven, it's mediocrity. That's it. So you got to pick and choose.
Yeah. Like she said, that's a different show, a different day. So we're going back to personality because you see, I'm not touching bases on that today. Yay!
Because you know what? That's too personal. I told you. That's too personal. So if you ever want to get her to be quiet, touch on that. I'm not gonna listen. You got to touch on that subject, and she gonna be quiet. You see that? That's the quietest she ever been. And that's like your real life. She not playing with this right now. But let me stop before she give me a concussion. All right. Back to our regular schedule program.
Because she got all track, got in her feelings. Y'all remember we talked about feelings last time. She went there. And I'm not going to let her give you the mine.
Feelings.
But for real, personality, love your personality. Love yourself for who you are. If you a size 22, honey, rock that size 22. Don't be trying to be a size 10. Boo, do you. If you a size 2, rock your size 2. Just because thick is in. Actually, it's been in. Don't get it twisted.
That's a whole nother story. Hey, if you want to hear that, let us know. Leave it in the comments. We're going to do that.
So, rock you, do you, regardless of what somebody else got to say. Always do you. And teach that to your children, most definitely. Teach your children to not let somebody just treat them and teach or talk to them any kind of way just because their personality is outbursting. Don't teach them to minimize their self based on what somebody else has to say. I mean, we are all human. We're all entitled to our opinion, and we're all entitled to our personality. Embrace your personality. If your boss don't like it, that's their problem, not yours. If your friend don't like it, that's their problem, not yours. Most likely, they ain't gonna be your friend anyway if they don't like your personality. And if they is your friend, then they fake friend anywho, because they must be wanting something that you got. I'm just putting it out there.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you gotta love yourself because you're all you got. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Nobody else got you. You may even have a husband, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a sister friend, a mama friend, a dad, whoever friend you may have. At the end of the day, when you are by yourself, you're all you got, and you should be proud of you. You should love you, and you should not be worried about, well, I did that because Ricky wanted me to do it, and now that I did it, Ricky done left me, and I don't know who I am anymore. That's how people get lost in relationships. Lose sight of who they
that's
are.
A good topic
so,
too.
Make sure.
Lost in your relationship.
Ooh, let's not go to her. Ooh, she said that. Okay. Stay on personality. Stay with me.
Yeah, come on. We're going to wrap this thing up. Go ahead.
That got choked. But most definitely, love yourself. Put self first. Self-care is always, I'm preaching and teaching self-care every day, all day in my line of work. And so I'm going to tell y'all the same thing. Self-care. Put yourself first.
That's great.
And we're out.
I ain't got nothing else to say. The voice and reasons.
The voice.
Follow, subscribe.
The voice. Listen to the voice, not the reason.
I think that shouldn't be divided, but why would you want to divide it? I mean,
we're not divided. United we stand, divided we are fall.
Excuse me. Hey, we need to be together, right? We need to.
Goodbye. Have a nice day. Have a nice night.
Be so divisive. Like, why?
We're not divided. God. In her feelings.
UNITY. Wait. Follow me at TellYouWhy_RENAE for more positivity.
Yeah, weight loss coming.
Oh yeah. Stay tuned.